So today we are with Justin Brown with Valli Construction. Can you start by telling us a little bit about Valli Construction and the type of projects that you specialize in?
Sure. So we are a fourth generation, family owned and operated excavation company out of Portland, Connecticut. And some of the projects that we specialize in are site work, septic and sewer repair and installation, and drainage systems.
Awesome. And how long have you been in the industry?
So I've been in the industry since I was a young child working with my father, and Valli Construction was originally founded in 1921 by my great-grandfather Dominic Valli, and then we were incorporated as Valli Construction Company in 1972 by my grandfather Earl Brown.
Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit into some of your specializations. So for septic systems, they're a big factor in many real estate deals. How does your team handle installations, and what should we as realtors know to kind of help guide us through guiding our clients through the process?
So when a customer calls regarding any septic issues, the first thing that we want to do is review the septic inspection report if one was conducted. Once we do that, we would schedule a site visit to determine what type of repairs are needed for the system. We would then coordinate with the local sanitarian to design a compliant system repair. Once we do this and we get an approved design, we're able to properly give the customer a quote. And a question that we often receive from our customers is, how long will they be unable to use their septic system while the work is being done? In most circumstances, we're able to disconnect the septic system and get them back online that same day.
Oh, wow. I would have thought that would have been a lot longer. Fantastic. Awesome. So now moving over to, land clearing and expansion. We have many buyers that look at properties with the potential to expand. How can your land clearing and site prep services make that vision a reality?
So whether the customer is looking to expand their home by building a new addition, or build a new garage, or simply expand their yard, we can handle all those situations. We're able to remove any unwanted boulders, stumps, or brush, excavate for new foundations, or grade the land to meet the customer's goals.
Awesome. Perfect. So in regards to, drainage systems and installation, drainage is usually a really big problem and concern for homeowners that we face. How do you address drainage system installation and repairing?
So the first step in assessing a drainage issue is determining what issue the customer is facing. So we would first schedule a site visit to meet with the customer so they can explain the problems they're having so we can best assess the property. We're then able to determine what type of drainage system would work best for the issue, whether that be a curtain drain, a footing drain, a yard drain, or even a larger detention system.
Gotcha. Awesome. And when we're showing houses to our clients, what is something that, would kind of signal that there might be an issue that we should notice and hopefully, catch before they move in with any problems?
Yeah, so some drainage issues, some signs you can look for are yards that are pitching downwards towards the home, as well as any low-lying areas or flat yards where water can pool.
Got it. Fantastic. Now, in regards to foundation preparation, for realtors that are working with buyers interested in, buying and building a new home, how do you set realistic timelines and expectations for that foundation work?
So we normally like to give ourselves about 2 weeks for the foundation work to be complete. That includes excavating for the foundation, pouring both the footings and the walls, having those walls waterproofed, installing the footing drains, having the proper inspections, and backfilling. However, this can depend on many factors, such as the size of the home, whether the home has a crawl space or a full basement, the season that we're building in, whether it be spring, winter, summer, or fall, as well as any other site conditions such as groundwater or ledge.
Gotcha. Awesome. And we also noticed that you do buried oil tank removal as well. Sometimes, obviously, that's a deal breaker when we're doing real estate transactions. How do you handle safe and efficient removal for those tanks?
So when removing a buried oil tank, the first steps we want to take are first pulling a permit with the local municipality and also ensuring that the tank has been emptied. Once the oil tank is emptied, we're able to carefully excavate around the tank and pull it from the ground, ensuring that we do not puncture or damage the tank in any way. Then from there, we're able to coordinate with an environmental company who can dispose of the tank and also take soil samples to confirm that the tank did not leak.
Fantastic. And what should we be advising our sellers or buyers if we suspect that there might be one on the property? Is there signs that they might be there?
So signs for it being there or are fill valves outside of the home. Usually they're sticking out of the ground if it's a buried oil tank.
Gotcha.
However, definitely want to advise if you ever have any clients that are buying or selling a property with a buried oil tank, we definitely want to advise that you remove it as soon as possible and before any transactions occur. If there is a leak, it could create much greater problems down the road.
Gotcha. Fantastic. And how can our realtors and clients best get in touch with you if they need help with any of these services?
Sure. So the best way to get in contact with us is by calling our office at 860-342-3123 or emailing us at Valli, spelled VALLI, construction, ct@gmail.com. And you can also find us on Facebook or Instagram.
Fantastic. And finally, is there any one piece of advice that you'd like to give realtors when it comes to preparing our buyers and sellers for construction-related issues?
Best advice that I can give is that no question is a dumb question. So if you ever experienced any construction-related issues, we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have and help in any way.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we're excited to get this out to all of our agents.
Yes, thank you guys very much.
Absolutely. Thanks.